All right, everybody. I was just over at Rachel's stream, but I'm having connection problems again. Like I said, I'm beginning to think truthfully that the router is what is getting to be the issue here. As I've discovered previously with talking to my son, it appears that this router is starting to be on its last legs. So hopefully in the next 2, 3 weeks, we're going to get ourselves a better router. And then hopefully we won't have this nonsense for a little while. Um, all right, so I know none of you are in here yet because chances are you still may be on Rach's stream. But if not, I'm going to drop this over here. This one's going to probably be about, I'd say, 7:30 will probably be the cutoff point my time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see here. I hope everybody's having themselves a interesting Thursday anyway. Here comes, oh, here we go. Right off the bat. Hello
Yo,
there, Tom. How are you, Tom?
I'm glorious.
Yeah, I was just on Rachel's stream, but I'm having stupid issues with that. I even plugged into the damn router,
Right.
and the thing is I'm like, hopefully in the next couple weeks, my kid who plays games, okay, that's his thing, that and the streaming and shit, for the TV and stuff. So we're
Yeah.
gonna kick up. We're gonna kick up and split halvesies on probably this. Well, it's gonna be a lot better router than what the hell I have now, because
Right.
this one here that I've got is from the cable company, you see. And so even though it's a lot better router than the previous one, well, look, Mike Precoat fan, huh? Tis the mighty Psycho, tis you are correct. Before I get into whatever we want to talk about for a little bit, I'm glad you're here, Tom. All right, so let's see. New subs real quick. Of course, within the last week, Deadwax66, Donna Halleck, Jeff Kendall, and Watching the Wheels. Go off and sub to those channels if you have not. So, yes, yes.
Yeah, the whole router modem thing can be tricky because especially if yeah, how you doing, Mike? If you get if you get a higher speed internet, there's a chance that those old modems or routers can't handle it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So and then I've had to upgrade myself because the fact that I do video podcasting and stuff like that myself. So we my wife and I, we invested in very high end router modem combo,
Yeah.
and it's been pretty good so far.
And you know what? Out of all honesty, I have had a chance to catch several episodes of Two Legs. I think that is an excellent damn podcast, and I'm
Oh,
and I'm
thank
not
you.
just saying that just for the hell of it. I don't get to catch that many podcasts. I think you're one of them. Another one, if I don't catch it while they're streaming it, is shortly later on YouTube. Is Three Sides of the Coin, which
Oh,
is an
watch them
excellent.
every week.
Ah,
Every week.
see, I like Mike and his crew. Okay, over there,
Right.
that is a Kiss podcast for any of you
Yes.
Kiss people for later watching right now.
That was
Um,
kind of one of my inspirations for Two Legs because of the fact that it's just three guys sitting in the for three for three sides, it's just three guys sitting at a bar talking about their favorite band.
yep.
And that's the kind of the same thing that say one of the same inspirations I had for Two Legs. It's just two people sitting at the bar talking about their favorite artists. And
See, yeah, yeah.
yeah, good show.
Yeah. Oh, very, very good. I've probably followed Three Side. Good God, couple years now. Couple
Yeah.
years. My buddy, so my buddy, he's not as much of a Kiss fan. I mean, he likes the 70s stuff, but I turned him on to Three Sides, and you probably saw maybe this interview too with Wes Beach from the Plasmatics, that
Right.
one that was done in the last few weeks.
Right.
And so the thing is, he is a huge Plasmatics fan.
Okay.
And hi, Jeff. I just shouted out on you, Jeff. I just did. And so Three Sides was having that contest where they were giving away the Wow CD, and signed, and then he wrote a little. He showed me what he got. He got it autographed, and there was a short, like a couple sentence letter from Wes to my buddy Scott, and I'm like, how damn awesome is that? You know, did you ever get into their music?
No.
Plasmatics?
No.
I sort of did, but unfortunately, I think I really kicked into it after she passed. But I'm always gonna remember the Fridays TV show appearance of the Plasmatics because that was nuts. I saw that brand new. My parents and I was like 13, maybe 14 when that came out, and when those guys came out and they went into Butcher Baby, and then the other one, and I'm like sawing the fucking guitar, and then taking the shotgun, hiding behind it, and then going boom, 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 and I'm going, what the fuck did I do? And my parents were looking at this going, what the hell? And I said, well, and I'm staring at this thing like I'm doing now. I said, either this is crazy or this is the future.
Right.
And I kind of damn like it. And I mean, I liked all the classic rock and shit, but I'm like, for some reason, it was like the whole visual show presentation. And I like some the metal punk hybrid. That was maybe the first one, was them. And yeah, of course it was for show. She's out there with duct tape on her nipples, and the dude with the mohawk, which of course he'd end up in the Kiss circle too, along with Wes. And it's just like, I like some of that stuff, but try finding that shit on vinyl and CD. It is a bitch. I've never come across any Plasmatics vinyl. The closest thing, and this was brought up on Three Sides several times, is the Wow album from '84. That's like a lost Kiss album because
exactly. Yeah, you're finding that. Yeah, that's another one that's hard to find too.
I found one, but the whole side two was scratched to holy hell for some reason. They hated that. So yeah, you got Gene Paul. Ace shows up for a track. Eric's on there. Vinnie Vincent shows up for a track, and I'm going, what the holy hell? And so you get all this conglomerate, and I'm going, but I like some of that damn music. Let's see here. It's weird that your mic just went all treble for a couple of seconds. I have an old laptop too. That probably doesn't help. Hey Hudson, how are ya? And Mike says hello, Hudson too. So yeah. So that was kind of nice.
I've been watching Three Sides since really early on when they had the original co-host before Mark. So I've been watching them for a long, long time.
Mitch LaFon.
Mitch LaFon, there you go.
And Mitch has got a good channel too out there. I'm just not gonna lie, I don't catch it very much. I know he does a lot of interviews, and I've seen, I think on YouTube he'll show some of that, some fascinating stuff. My God. Let's see here. Not a Kiss fan. I think all their albums should have been lost, but to each his own. Well, Mike, that's the one thing, okay? When it comes to Kiss, and you either like it or you don't. There's not really much of a middle ground. I don't know about you, but being that I remember, let's see, they came onto the scene for me when I was 8 or 9, and it was the spectacle mixed with the music, and I'm just sitting there going, well, shit, I thought Kiss at that time, they were a cross between Alice Cooper and the New York Dolls, and then they kicked it up a couple notches. That's what it was. The '70s stuff I thought was the best, although
absolutely.
Yeah, Creatures of the Night was probably the last kick-ass album they did, and I still hold to that opinion.
Look It Up is still pretty good too. The one with the first one without makeup, I would say was probably my favorite without the makeup. Until Revenge, from
Revenge.
Yeah.
That was another good one.
Yeah, and I get it. I totally get that. How some people may be turned off by them, for sure.
Yes, I like the Ramones, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't have anything. I have nothing. I have never found it in the
I have a
wild.
2-disc set. I have a 2-disc CD set, and that's it.
See, I may have ACD that I think I might have come across on a Goodwill, but I don't have any Ramones vinyl. I wish I did. Now, one of the biggest ass kicking moments for me was for a little while, Lollapalooza performed at the Winnebago County Fairgrounds, which was outside of Rockford. They did at least for 1 year. It was in the mid 90s. Cheap Trick and the Ramones. I think it was the goodbye tour for the Ramones too, if I remember right. I so wanted to go to that damn concert, and that ended up turning into a mini Woodstock. And I mean by that, traffic pileups for miles. I mean, if you didn't get your ass there almost maybe, I'm not kidding here, 9 to 12 hours early, you were screwed. It's like, but they said the people that were there, damn good show. There might even be a bootleg actually from that performance. I would like to find that from Lollapalooza. I want to say 95 or 96. I want to say 6 because, like I said, Ramones were getting ready to go away, and then Cheap Trick had a new album that year. So I want to say 96 for that performance anyway. 13 times, though. Very impressive. Very impressive. I would have loved to have seen them once. That's what I would have loved to. And they did. In this
Oh, someone froze up here. Hudson, it's really good. I think it's it's the
70s,
mix.
man.
It's the 2002 mix. And if you can find a copy on vinyl, I definitely recommend picking it up.
Oh, man. How
Uh-oh. You are froze to the yeah. Hopefully you'll come back there, buddy. Figure this all out. It's really cold down in Arkansas. Oh, there you go. You're back.
Yeah, this is horse's ass. I don't know what's going on here. This is pissing me off. It really is. I decided to unplug from the damn cable, and that's how I was able to. I can't win. It's like one way or another, I cannot win on this damn thing. Maybe I wasn't meant to do this today, but I don't give a shit. Oh, do you have something to show? Oh,
Well, I
please
just
do.
picked up a Miles Davis LP today.
Oh, nice.
This is when he still had Coltrane in his band. So this is late 50s. So looking forward to playing this around about midnight. So don't know if you're a jazz fan or not, but
I only have one Miles album currently.
okay.
And believe it or not, it was a original copy of Bitches Brew, and it looked like it was never played. And I came across that for $1 at a library book sale. Now, saying that, I thought this was goofy. A couple of years later, at same library, I found, and I sold it though, a quad Bitches Brew. I didn't even know they made it a quad. But yeah, I turned around and sold that for a nice chunk of change.
Oh, good for you. You know, that's a period. That's a period that, I mean, I'll listen to it, but it's not like my favorite Miles Davis period.
Right.
You know,
yes, it's a beautiful album.
50s, yeah, the 50s stuff is where it's at for me for Miles.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see, what the heck was it? I just got done reading that Robbie Robertson testimony book.
Mm.
which is an excellent book for anybody that is fans of the band, because that's all he talks about is Ronnie and the Hawks and the band and all the musicians that he came across from 1960 to 1976. And he actually had a couple interesting Miles stories. He bumped into him just as he's getting ready to do the Bitches Brew stuff. And then Tales from the Tour Bus, which is that Mike Judge cartoon, which I love those things, little segments. Well, I tripped on some Miles stories, but I didn't know about Betty Davis's, okay, so Miles' wife and then ex-wife, career. And now I want to find those damn Betty albums because I've heard a couple of those tracks and I'm like, God, I like this stuff too. What the hell? So I am trying to find, I think she did 3 or 4 albums before she went and disappeared for a very long time. I heard strange rumors about she went and did a stay at a mental hospital, voluntary. I'm like, boy, oh boy, how messed up, but I like the music. And I only discovered this in 2021, and this stuff came out in the 70s. And I'm like, holy crap. So to my never-ending want list, that's where it goes. Flash, I do highly recommend you get that book. I happen to be lucky. If you've got a Barnes and Noble near you, go check out the clearance sections. And if it says, I'll tell you what you're looking for. If it says book annex, $7. Take a look at the inside. I got it right here. Hang on. Take a look at the inside of the book because you might get a bonus surprise. And what I mean by that, by bonus surprise, oh boy, is you might find a damn signed one.
Oh, look at that.
This is legit. This is legit. And I'm telling you, excellent read. And a lot of people thought that Robbie was the bad guy in all of this. Now, of course, everybody has their points of view. This is a good read. So is Levon Helm's Wheels on Fire from 93, which I found a signed copy of that. He did a book signing in 93 as the band was going to do a performance here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And I came across that. And he has his take on shit. Robbie's got his take on shit. Who's right? I think it's a little of both. But yeah, some really good stories about Miles, Jimi Hendrix, Bob
Dylan,
Carl Perkins, Muddy Waters, Dylan. There's several chapters just on his work with Bob Dylan alone.
Yeah.
When the bass tapes and talking about that stuff, and it was a fascinating read. Let's see here. He says, "I want that in the Helms book." I'm ignorant. What? Oh, the Levon Helms book. Yeah. That one's out of print, I think. You have to look on eBay or something. Was Robbie such a mediocre singer that they turned his mic off for the last waltz? The last chapter or 2 of this book literally talks about the last waltz and what went into it. And he said that in one of those chapters, there was some, according to him, slight problems, according to Martin Scorsese. But I haven't seen the last waltz in a very long time. I barely remember that there was something weird. Oh, see, there you go. Oh, there you go on that. And on Blu-ray, they did a Blu-ray treatment on it, huh? So, what extras did they throw on the Blu-ray?
They've got a commentary on here with Martin Scorsese. There's a little revisiting the Last Waltz documentary on here. So, but good stuff.
Nice. Oh man,
definitely I think it's one of the better concert films out there.
Doc says I'm speaking underwater, but I'm also hearing you underwater too, Tom. So I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this sure seems jinxed. This show seems jinxed today, which I'm sorry to everybody. My apologies. I haven't had this problem before. It's all, in the words of Gilda Radner, just goes to show you it's always something. Yeah, he keeps cutting in and out. Well, I don't know. The weather's really nice here today for once. We've had rain for the last 2-3 days, and that's half the reason
Yeah.
why I didn't do a broadcast. I think I promised to do one 2 days ago, but unfortunately, literally, as I was getting ready to go on, I had family stuff that had to be done at the last minute. So I'm like, ah, shit. So that's why. But I don't know. So what else have you gotten as of recent, Tom?
I don't know how you are with films, but or French films, but I'm a big Jean-Luc Godard fan. I love 60s French cinema. So this is part of the Criterion collection right here. So picked up that, and then another one recently too. I love Barbara Stanwyck. So she did this this is from 1950. So really cool Western starring Barbara Stanwyck. So that's pretty good. So just a few things that So I don't know if how that sounded or not, but
nice.
Okay, so they can hear me fine.
You know what? I am going. Yeah, I am going to. Sorry, Tom. I'm going to kill this, and maybe I'll try to come back on later, or maybe tomorrow or something. Maybe
okay, yeah, sorry,
no, that's a different band.
Sorry,
maybe
sorry, it's not working.
Gremlins. Yeah, the shit happens.
All right, buddy.
Poop occurs. But thanks for coming on, Tom, for a short one here today. So thank you guys for your patience. I'm sorry, guys. We'll do this again maybe soon. Take care. Take care. I'm sorry.